crap.
We're here.
Is this episode 24?
Episode 23.
Oh, is it?
I know.
Are you sure? No, it's 24.
It's 23.
One sec.
Jamie, it's 20. It's 23. Come on, Jamie.
I swear. I
What
swear.
do you think you know about anything if
I
I
swear.
don't know it?
I swear. One sec. It's 20. It's 24. Wait.
Well, you're going to have to confirm that you're wrong.
No. 24. Knew it. It's 24.
Jamie, it's 23.
Yeah, last one was 23. I swear to you.
What?
Yeah, it's 24. After this, there will be a whole day's worth of us talking on the internet. 24 hours or more. Because technically we did 2 that were a half hour.
That's cool if you're telling the truth. I don't think you're telling the truth.
Well,
Hold on.
no,
Now you're making me look. Guys, hold on. No intro until I figure this out. I'm serious. I don't want to hear.
and people know what they clicked on, so they already know I'm right. But
Okay, it is episode 24.
yeah,
Shut up.
yeah. But anyway,
Why did I make?
I don't know.
I don't. It's by the way. I'm sorry. I lash out after I'm wrong.
Yeah, you got a case of the big dumb today.
It's no. It's more that when I'm wrong, I just get upset and irrationally just start insulting people.
Yeah.
Like you're pee pee poo poo.
You're a pee pee poo poo. You're you got that smooth brain today. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I love you're using modern terms. I was actually thinking about it because you said epic a few minutes ago, and I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah, it's a pretty epic word.
It's incredible how quickly that stuff can go out of style because
That's true.
when you said it, it seemed very out of style.
Do you know what's really out of style? You remember the word pwn?
Of course I do.
I haven't heard that in like a decade.
I haven't heard pwned in a while.
Like probably literally 10
What happened
years.
to pwned?
I don't know. It's a stupid word. Wait, did it stand for professionally owned?
It's a stupid one.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to keep it anyway.
That's why I went away. Actually, when I got the episode right, I totally pwned you because I was right.
I definitely got pwned.
You got pwned there.
My pride definitely took a good punch there.
Yeah, you epic
So, Jamie,
pwned.
I was thinking after all the little BSing, a little bit of me being right and wrong, a little bit of right.
When were you right?
Well, let's get into a new topic.
Let's move
Jamie.
on. All right.
Let's just get into another thing here.
Yes.
A little bit of a profound thought to start the day, the night.
Yeah.
Did you know when it comes to, I've started to realize that I don't think I'm ready for the emotional commitment of watching movies on about 95% of days now.
Yeah.
What does that have to say about the modern attention span?
Yeah. I've been that way for a while now. I'm not a huge movie guy. I don't know. I honestly get bored. Like I don't know what it is. I used to get just lost in movies, I think, like as a child and stuff, and I don't know. I just don't get into it as much now.
And dude, now I'm in the danger zone where I'm too lazy to finish YouTube videos.
Oh.
Like if a YouTube video is 10 minutes long, you watch like 8 minutes and you can just shut it off.
I kind of do that. I watch a lot of the full things, but some things are a little. I lose interest.
I'm a big fan, of course, but
yeah, I lose interest in some things for sure. But yeah, I don't know what that really says, but
I think it's the thing where I think we're just getting used to quicker consumption.
I think so.
Getting it as quickly as possible, absorbing it as quickly as possible, and moving on.
And actually, we're getting real deep here, but with the advent of TikTok and Vine before that, when the whole platform was literally just quick content, like it was the whole thing is just quick little snippets, and people are instantly scrolling to the next thing, and it's like almost like
what blows my mind
and it's
about
super
that?
popular, and it's just little things that just quick little haha, and that's done.
And the thing that confuses me most about that is the fact that it's completely based around a limitation.
Yeah.
All you're doing is taking an already existing medium, adding new rule sets, and then re-releasing it.
And then it's just
it makes it better.
Yeah, somehow
That's it. It's less freedom, but better.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining us for this hour-long podcast.
Do you think we could put our podcast on TikTok?
We should. We should cut it up into little 10-second segments
with weird rap music in the background.
Yeah. Everything we just said.
And they're not even good cuts. They're just random snippets of us just talking about dumb shit.
And sometimes it's not even a complete thought.
It's just Lil Wayne in the back. We're barely trying. We're just fishing. But
Lil Wayne playing right now.
But if we get those 9-year-olds,
I'll take you to the candy shop. Wait, that's 50 Cent.
Whoa,
that's
Jamie,
50 Cent.
that's after I just brought up children.
That's 50 Cent. Oh, yeah, that's weird too.
Yeah, double weird, Jamie. You screwed up the rapper. You screwed up the
a milli. That's playing the whole time for this little segment.
Well, we'd have to get more good segments to be able to go on TikTok.
Oh yeah, could you imagine like an audio only TikTok?
Dude, I do what I want to do. It's even more than that.
Yeah.
I want to start like an improv class called How to Be a Highlight Reel,
Yeah.
where it's everything you do is around maximizing your screen time and saying really funny shit for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But you do that all the time, so you're just a living highlight reel.
Always. Yeah. That'd be good. I mean, I think it's attainable.
How to be a highlight reel? I mean, I feel like that rolls off the tongue a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's totally attainable. And also, again, if it's TikTok, you add the music. It's nice. If you pick the right music, people will be into it.
I just image
I am
You're-
dancing right now, and even though
you're
it's
listening
audio
to
only.
some random snippet, and you're not even listening to any of the context.
Yeah.
You're just thinking about how cool a certain tune would sound while you're listening to it.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh man, if I put like this track in the background, put a little bit of a thump and a bump.
Yeah. Wasn't TikTok gonna be banned from the States or something? Did you
Yeah,
hear,
yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Is that still happening?
No.
I don't
it's
know.
still around.
I guess.
It's still around. I can't.
Dude, I don't know anything about TikTok. It's like okay,
Yeah.
I like your input on TikTok, and I can talk about TikTok abstractly.
Yeah.
But I've maybe seen 2 TikToks, and I don't really know anything about the
Is
platform.
that true? You've only seen 2 TikToks?
Well, Mike showed me one once,
Yeah.
and I think I'm just assuming I've seen another one.
Right. Yeah.
That seems like I'm being fair.
I've
I'm
s- I've
giving
s-
it like the extra benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I've seen many. I've had friends show me them, and also my little siblings. They both like
Yeah,
it.
that is where definitely we get a
So,
lot of it.
Yeah, so like my little sister shows me a lot.
Wait, do a lot of people our age use TikTok?
It's a pretty big thing. Yeah, I don't know. I just I'm always like when there's some new thing, I'm always very reluctant to get into it because I just will. I'm a creature of habit, and I just kind of, I'm like, do I really want to like make an account and then start doing this thing? Like, I don't know. I'm just like, nah.
Is this Jamie? Is this Jamie as it stands right now?
Yeah, maybe I'll
Does
start.
this need to be any different?
I don't. Yeah, exactly. It's like, well,
Does this complete package need any adjustments?
exactly. I don't want to corrupt my mind with Tic Tacs.
Those stupid Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
And aren't those for hanging up photos anyway?
Yeah, right.
Just a bunch of
Dumbasses.
silly nonsense.
Dumbasses. That the way I said it, it reminds me. I remember like when I was younger and like older people when they were trying to like pretend they don't know what Pokemon is or something, they would say it wrong on person. They're like, "Oh, you're watching Pokemon." That's how I feel when I say Tic Tac by accident. It's like, oh, these kids and their Tic Tacs.
Oh yeah, it's definitely spiteful.
pretending you don't know what it is.
No, you're so willful.
Who's that Justin Bieber kid?
I know you're like so willfully uninterested in the subject that you intentionally just
Say it wrong.
Not only do you dislike it, but you want people to feel even more bad about enjoying it.
Yeah.
By not even being able to pronounce it correctly.
Yeah, I don't even know what that Tic Tac is.
What do they call his fans again? Beavers?
The Beavers, Justin Bieber.
Beaver?
I only listen to Ozzy Osbourne.
Have you guys heard the song Crazy Train?
Way cooler than Justin
Guns N'
Bieber.
Roses.
Way better than that girl, Justin Bieber.
What about Slash slapping the guitar?
real rock and roll?
None of your baby shit.
I don't like that girl music.
What do they call that genre? Candy pop?
We'll take you to the candy shop.
No, not again.
Yeah, let's get out of that. That's some Lil Wayne for you. I'm just kidding. I know it's 50 Cent.
Yeah, but point being, I've done it before. I've definitely, out of spite and resentment, mispronounced something just to piss someone off.
You do that?
I've done it sometimes. Why not, Jamie? Just
is
to
fun.
see them squirm.
It's funny.
Struggle because they love this thing, and I'm literally just throwing it at their feet and
Yeah.
just whipping shit onto it.
Yeah. Actually, I don't do this, but I should start doing this. But my little brother's super into Minecraft, and I used to like it. I'm sick of it. So I always tell him I'm like I hate Minecraft, and I always tell him like as a joke at this point. But it's like I should just start like going like, what's that rune craft game you're playing? Ugh, stupid.
As like a little side thought for yourself.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Such a stupid game.
Really stupid.
No.
No one's even listening to you at that point.
Yeah.
Just mumbling to yourself.
Yeah.
That's I actually was happy that Minecraft had its little resurgence.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm in the same boat that isn't this supposed to be like the new age of like memes and things moving quickly and
Yeah.
always getting new content? So why are we stuck on things like Minecraft? What's the new thing?
Yeah.
Why do I have to see this shit half my life?
It's games definitely changed because there's a lot of games that came out a long time ago that just stick around. Like, I guess games with online capabilities have a tendency to stay around. Like GTA 5's been out for what, like how long? Like
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
And GTA Online, people still play it.
And it's still big.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, there's not many alternatives.
Right.
Now, to be fair, though, with Minecraft, there's alternatives, but there's nothing.
Yeah. It's the best
It's
of
got
its
the
kind.
appeal. It's definitely got that lightning in a bottle appeal.
Yeah. It's the best of its kind, I'm sure. Like any rip-off's probably not going to be as
And maybe
polished.
like you, people don't like change. So once they know one thing, like I play Minecraft, why
Yeah.
change it up?
Yeah, they could watch movies instead, but no, why would you? Like, you could just play Minecraft.
Yeah, they could watch a political show like West Wing.
You can watch Tic Tacs. Yeah.
You can watch Tic Tacs.
Yeah. I hate that.
I want
I
to do
can't
that now.
I can't
Next time
stop saying
somebody
that.
shows me a TikTok, I'm like, are these some of those Tic Tacs?
It's not just a mint.
It feels minty fresh.
Yeah. Oh man. I had Mentos the other day. Like, again, my sister, like, I guess yeah.
Jamie,
I just talked to
Jamie.
her a lot, but
No, stop.
what?
What happened next?
What happened to it with
You
the
ate the
Mentos?
Mento.
No. Hold up. No, I just remember Mentos. Like, I think the pink one's really good, but I think the rest are pretty trash. So like, when she offered it to me, I literally was like, like, is it pink? And then she was like, it is. I'm like, well then hell yeah. But if not, I don't want that.
So
But-
you did get the Mento.
I
You
did.
got a pink Mento.
Yeah, I got a pink one.
Good.
I don't know. Do you like Mentos? What do you think about this, Austin? Tell me.
There's
what
a
you
lot
think.
of commentary here to be had.
There's a lot to be said about Mentos.
I have bad news.
Yeah.
When it comes to things like Mentos, I can't really distinct them from all the other multiple dissolvable candies.
Yeah.
Like,
Like you don't think they taste different by the color?
no, I just no. I mean, I've had like I don't remember which ones the Mentos are. I haven't had
Oh.
Mentos in so long that
Oh.
you know all those candies that you just put in your mouth and like suck on until they dissolve.
Yeah, like all of them.
Yeah, I know a lot of them.
Candy
Dude,
in
I
general?
can't remember. I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Well, it's one of those
But-
candies.
I'm pretty sure I like Mentos. I hate these things. You know what the problem is, Jamie?
Yeah.
Is I don't like candy because to me, I love food, but I do eat it just to live because I'm a cheap Dutch bastard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that's true.
spending extra money on candy makes me uncomfortable. So I literally never buy candy.
That's fair. Also, you got to live a little. I'll take you to the candy shop.
I need help.
I'll take you to the candy shop.
I'll take you to the candy shop.
I'll take you to the candy shop.
Jamie, I used to go there when they had the pennies.
I
The
gotta
penny
stop
candies.
doing that. Yeah.
Now they got rid of the penny candies. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, actually,
There's not even pennies anymore, Jamie.
Man, Sarnia, like where we're from, like there was an awesome one downtown. Do you remember that? It was like a lot of old candy.
Oh, is that where the barbershop is now?
Yeah, I think it was called the Sweet Tooth or something. And
Yeah. How long has that been gone?
I don't know. I went like 10 years ago, probably even longer than that.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was because it had a lot of old candy, which I actually don't even like sugary stuff now. Like I feel like I just get so sick of it. But there's something about like knowing it's like some old candy. Is it?
It's yours. Yep, that's
you
right.
heard the mic do the thing.
Yeah, we have. We're kind of slowly. I was trying to troubleshoot the mics because we had some problems last week, but I couldn't simulate the effect again. So now I know which mic it is and what cable it is. So now
Right.
next week I can get rid of it.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it was though.
That's true.
By the
It's an
way,
improvement.
we should explain what it is.
Well, we're talking about the last context of last week.
I guess
You
but
guys watch and listen every week.
everyone listen. Yeah, right. You
I
should know.
assume so.
You should know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
No, but the cord rattles, and we were annoyed by it. I don't know how noticeable it is anyway, but
True. I feel like last week was a little bit noticeable.
yeah. But yeah. So basically, what we're saying is our equipment is in shambles, and
That's fine. Please send money.
please send money. Yes.
Now, there's one thing I never understood even as a kid, and that was pixie sticks.
Mm,
You know the thing where it was actual purely refined sugar
yeah,
in a straw, and you opened it and just swallowed sugar.
yeah, and it was like a chemically aftertaste, and it was like
It was
Yeah.
sugar.
It was-
There's no other way to put it. It's
Yeah.
like they literally just took white sugar, put like a little extra like poppity pop in there,
Yeah.
and just slapped it in a straw.
Is it just
and
me?
Feed it to kids.
Is it just me? Did that hurt your tongue? Because I feel like it hurt my tongue.
Oh, it was brutal.
It's like stung your tongue a bit.
It was
right?
like it was like swallowing birds.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah. Pixie sticks are fucked.
Pixie, I actually do wonder if they're still around now. The reality is, I don't really go in candy shops anymore.
No,
So
me neither.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're gone.
Yeah.
What's the appeal?
I don't know. Apparently they still sell Popeye cigarettes.
Those were always fun.
Those are great.
Now they got even we didn't get the red tips even as kids.
that
I
would've
wish
been-
we were around for that. That would have been cool.
That's badass.
If you guys didn't know, back in the day, Popeyes was hard as fuck.
yeah, kids could
because
smoke.
kids could sit beside their old man with their Popeyes cigarettes.
Oh, that's the good old days.
One day I'll be just like you, Dad.
One day I'll be like you,
And
smoking
then back
a pack
then,
a
of
day.
course, yeah. Back then, he just said, "Damn right, son.
I eat a pack a day, just like my dad.
Got to keep up with my dad if I want to grow up and be like him."
Son, here's your toy gun.
Son, get me a beer.
Is it? Do they still sell like realistic looking guns for kids, like toys? Or do they all?
I think no.
Because do they all have like a weird orange tip or like something that signifies it's not real?
You actually can't even have something that looks. As far as I know, in Canada, you can't even have something that looks very similar to a gun.
You can't even have a
Because-
prop gun.
Well,
in
in
Canada?
theory.
As an adult though.
Well, okay, so let me give you an example. So when I was doing a show in Toronto, we had a gun as a prop in one of our sets.
Right.
And I actually had to get some like quick training from someone. And after every show, I had to put it away in like a gun case, and I was the only one who could take it out and like handle it and give it to the actor.
Because you had like a license to
No,
to kill.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that prop gun, of course, was a real gun that could shoot somebody at any moment.
Yeah.
That's what makes it fun.
Right.
No, it's the fact that that gun looks like a gun. So you could walk into a grocery store and point it at someone, and what difference does it mean to them?
That's true.
They're like, that guy's a gun. He could probably shoot me.
Even yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to, but so the fact that you can commit a robbery with something that looks like a gun,
That's so weird.
that's why it falls under that kind of gray area.
Yeah. So if you wanted to do that, you'd have to like make your own.
I think even if you made your own and someone saw you walking around with it,
Yeah.
like obviously you could have one and just don't show it to a cop and you're probably good.
Oh yeah. Well,
But-
yeah, and because in Canada, like obviously there's no like open carry.
Don't
like,
just
where-
flaunt your illegal activity in front of someone and you're fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
I-
cop, have you seen my gun that looks like a real one? And you point it out and point it at him like,
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so.
it's cool.
I just think it's weird because when I was younger, I feel like I used to see like toy guns that were pretty realistic looking, but I'm like, I don't think I've seen that in a while. So I guess yeah, that's why.
Toy gun, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I wonder, was that really around when we were a kid? I thought we always had the orange tip.
I know I had like a toy gun that looked kind of real at one point. I'm pretty sure.
I might even remember you might have even brought it to school. And actually,
that was a
wait
real
second.
that was
Now
a real
that I'm
gun.
looking back.
Yeah, that was real.
That was a pretty messed up day at school, Jamie, when you showed up like that. All out of sorts. Your hair was greasier than usual.
Yeah, I hadn't slept in a couple days. I
I remember you saying you hadn't eaten.
was just angry at everyone.
No, I think I remember somebody at our class brought like something that looked like a gun. They had to take it home.
Mm-hmm. That's wild.
That's all the classic kid shit.
Yeah.
Look, you're rattling away. It's your mic. You're totally the culprit. I knew
Yeah.
it was you.
yeah.
I said it at the beginning.
It's still not. I'm not
See,
noticing as
Jamie,
much
hey,
as last
Jamie,
week.
this is a callback. Remember what I said? Sometimes I'm like right and wrong.
Yeah.
That was like a huge callback to the before the show when we were having that conversation.
Oh, you know what? I guess your hunch was right in that regard. You know
Jamie,
what?
this is an episode of callbacks. Are you going to bring up the candy shop again?
I probably will, but I want to let it come naturally.
Oh, okay. I don't want to
Yeah.
force it or anything.
No,
but
let's not force it. But I guess. Oh yeah. So on the topic of candy, one more thing on Pixie sticks. I remember I literally watched kids snort that when I was younger. Like what the fuck?
What do you mean you saw kids snort Pixie?
Like they literally, they called it like, "Yo, drop me the pee." Like I want some pixies. They just.
You're telling me
was the hip.
verbatim.
It was the
you
hip.
walked around a corner one day and you saw kids on a corner going, "Yo, drop me the pee."
No,
Is that the hill you're dying on, Jamie?
No, that was when I visited my uncle. I heard that. No, I'm totally kidding.
Oh wow!
I'm totally
Wow.
okay. Yeah, I'm kidding. I have good uncles.
All
No.
my uncles are very loving and
They're
nice.
great. They're great. No, no. I didn't say I turned a corner and saw someone snorting the pee, Austin. No.
I just wanted to. I was just going to question your child's perspective. That's all.
Yeah, no. There was no turning of corners. I was just hanging out with some kids, and they're just they.
Oh, you were part of it.
I didn't do it. I witnessed it.
I didn't do any pee stick.
I've never tried pee in my life. Trust me, it's really addicting once you start.
Oh no.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I literally watched a kid like snort it once.
That's freaking nasty. I don't really know what else to say. Why would you tell me that?
I don't know.
What do we gain? And what does the audience gain by knowing there are kids out there just huffing sugar like freaking freaks?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
That kid's probably in jail now.
Yeah, he definitely has some sort of prison.
Yeah, he's locked up now.
He started in jail.
I don't know. We were talking about them. That's just a pretty notable memory of mine. I don't know.
Oh, we were talking about pixie sticks a bunch. I haven't thought about pixie sticks in years.
Yeah, they're nasty. Not a fan.
But we can always talk about the fact that chocolate is always shrinking, and by the time we're older, they're still going to be $1, and they're just going to be like the size of a nickel.
Yeah,
You're going to get your caramel. It's just going to be a single caramel.
I wonder if that's true.
I'm just wondering how far they're going to take it.
Yeah.
Are they just going to keep ignoring inflation and keep trying to be $1? Maybe they did like some poll.
Yeah.
And they found out that people don't want to spend more than $1 on chocolate.
Yeah.
That could have been it.
Maybe. I know.
And the answer is correct because I don't want to spend more than $1 on chocolate. So.
No. Yeah. I actually I don't know. I actually feel sick when I eat chocolate now. Like it just doesn't sit well with me. And there's still the odd time I'll be like, yeah, I'll go for it. But I don't know. It's never worth it.
I'm partially convinced the reason why kids are so resilient to sugar is because they're allowed to sleep it off for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, they frick their shit up. They do all sorts of crazy stuff and drink red juice and slam their pixie sticks through the nostril.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, they go, man, I am messed up. Time to go to bed at 7 p.m. Crash for 12 hours. Wake up at 7:30. Even sleep in a little bit. Wake up. Man, it must be hard.
Those crazy kids.
To abuse your body and then be able to sleep 12 hours afterwards.
Those crazy kids.
Wouldn't that be great if we could do that?
Yeah.
We could just fuck our shit up and afterwards just go, all right, I'm just going to go sleep a clean 12 hours. See you later.
Yeah. I love kid beer.
I love playing on the swing.
I used to drink kid beer to have fun, but now I need to drink kid beer.
No, now I drink kid beer to have fun.
To have fun, yeah. It's Whitest Kids You Know sketch, yeah. It's so good.
It's a classic. It's called Kid Beer.
Yeah. If you didn't pick that up,
if you didn't pick that up,
in case you were wondering,
I don't. We assume you guys are not very intelligent.
No, yeah, idiots.
Why would you listen to us otherwise?
Yeah.
I can't really think of any other reason.
Big dummies. I'm just kidding.
Okay, that's a little malicious.
I'm just kidding.
This is Jamie's little mumbling to himself. He's they're doing the stupid games.
Stupid idiots.
Dumb idiot
I'm
people
just kidding.
watching our podcast.
No,
Jamie's just some bit. When Jamie's gonna be older, he'll be that guy who owns a little garage, and whenever kids are walking by, he's always mumbling to himself about how everything's wrong with the world.
Get off my lawn.
Damn kids.
No,
to ruin everything.
I actually think the opposite. I think anyone listening to us, I would hold them in the same regard I hold Rick and Morty fans. I think everyone who listens to this has a pretty high IQ.
I see. An intellectual, perhaps.
Intellectual. I think anyone listening to this is an intellectual.
They only think deep thoughts.
Mm-hmm. We get there sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we're talking about.
I actually went through that crisis where I do really enjoy Rick and Morty, but something happened during I think it was the third season.
Yeah.
I do it, and they did it on purpose. They even said it afterwards, Dan Harmon and them.
Yeah.
Like the pickle Rick and shit like that.
Yeah.
It became so obnoxious, and the Szechuan sauce and
yeah.
Man, I just like the simple days because my cousin got me in. He was a big fan of Dan Harmon.
Yeah.
After Community, and when he got fired, he started so just a little history in case anybody didn't know.
Yeah.
Dan Harmon was the guy who created Community, which
Yeah.
is a fucking amazing show. But but apparently he fought with the producers all the time. And when season 4 came around, they finally said, "We're done with you. Get the hell out of here."
Yeah.
So they fired Dan Harmon, and he decided to turn around and make Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
So and then my cousin Zeke, he was like, "Dude, this new show's out." So we immediately started watching it.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing at the time, right?
Yeah.
Being 18, 19, season 1 and 2.
First season was awesome. You showed it to me, and yeah, it was great.
And then season 3 came out, and I don't know what the hell. It's
still-
only I'm going through my Facebook, but what I mean is I was on Facebook, and it's like every 10 posts.
Yeah.
There's like a Rick and Morty thing. I don't even know what's happening. I'm like, when did the
Yeah.
show go from like kind of popular to like massive hit overnight? It was crazy.
Which, to be fair, like, I don't know. I do still think it's a good show, but it's one of those things. I think I'm not. I feel like in some cases, like a certain fan base kind of makes something seem dumb. Like, I just think. I don't know. It's almost like the image of it. There's like a weird image I associate with it now for some reason. Like,
oh yeah. Well, the reality is the fan base is indicative to what they're watching.
yeah,
And that's true, or whatever hobby it is. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, no offense, okay, I really enjoy playing card games, okay?
Yeah.
And one of those is Magic, okay, because I'm a fucking nerd baller,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I went into like one of those game stores, or whatever, one day.
yeah.
I'd never really been to one. Like it was like a year or two ago, and they were having a tournament. I walk in.
Did it smell like BO?
Yeah, badly, very badly.
I was
so
gonna ask
much
you.
though.
I was gonna ask you before you even said it reeks.
I know so much.
That was my joke I was gonna make.
I was disgusted. I actually thought, like, what the fuck? I am never going to one of these tournaments. That's disgusting. It's like that whole room needed Old Spice.
I know the feeling. I used to go to this comic book store. Awesome people who owned it and stuff when I was like younger. But yeah, they used to do tournaments in there for stuff, Dungeons and Dragons tournaments and stuff. And yeah, and whenever it was a huge group in there, I'd walk in, it just reeked like sweat.
And I only have one question: why?
Yeah.
Why, guys? Just put on deodorant. Like
Yeah.
this isn't rocket science. I
Well-
feel like it's kind of like pretty base level for operating in
I've-
modern society.
I've never seen Rick Sanchez put deodorant on.
Okay, God, it's so contrarian. Oh, you're being overly accurate. It's too
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. He's the smartest man in the world. I've never seen him put deodorant on.
So now I do have a stereotype. My brain immediately goes, okay,
Nerds smell bad.
magic people that go to tournaments are gross and smell like BO. Sorry, like
Yeah, we're like losing.
That's it.
We're losing potential
I know.
listeners now.
I know we're always making sure to divide the fan base as much
Yeah.
as possible. Just
Yeah.
slice and dice every step of the way.
Yeah.
Who can we make fun of next? That's our
Ooh.
usual line.
Yeah. We should make fun of people who like wrestling.
Oh,
So yeah, the reason I brought this up, I watched wrestling last night. My friend's like a big fan of it, and I don't know, I hadn't seen it in a while, and I'm not a huge fan, but I do think it's fun. Like, it is funny, like when it's really over the top, and so like I liked it. Like I wanted to go watch it because like, he was watching it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm down, and I actually got really into it just because it was just so ridiculous, and like I wish I knew the guy's name, but he had like the dumbest gimmick. He was just like, yes, 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 and everyone was just cheering yes, and that was his thing. So like, and every time he hit someone, everyone cheered yes.
it's riveting.
And I was like, yes, and I was just getting in on it. I was like, hell yeah, and
There's something very simple about that though.
Yeah.
Was it very primal when he yelled it?
Yeah, it was very primal, and every time he would knock someone over, he'd just go yes.
You know what? The thing
I
I
wish-
like
I
about
wish I
that
knew his
sort of
name.
the thing I like about that sort of slogan
Yeah.
is it requires no explanation.
No, yeah,
Just
He's-
yes.
He's a positive guy. He's got a can-do attitude.
And if you say, people could even just ask. He could be in an interview, and if he just said yelled yes after every question,
Everyone would be like, yeah,
they would all just be
yes.
like, yeah,
yeah. He really
it's
gets.
fucking awesome.
He knows how to get people going.
That's the best.
Yeah, but yeah,
Okay, now let's roll back a little bit, okay? Because there's
Yeah.
one thing I do want to say.
yeah.
So when it comes to, just because I do want to wrap up the topic about the whole Rick and Morty thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, okay, I'll admit. Maybe it's not good of me, but it soiled the water a little bit. Now,
Yeah.
I don't think it's healthy that you should base your enjoyment on something exclusively on the people surrounding it.
Yeah.
And so I still watch it. And I still love it.
Yeah.
It's just I've accepted that there are some people out there that, I don't know, are just ridiculous and are
Yeah.
vocal about liking Rick and Morty. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not like gonna go flaunt it around everywhere and be like, it's the best show ever, blah. Like,
Oh, I initially I was.
And you
It's-
did.
I was initially
you were-
campaigning.
you
yeah.
were like that, yeah.
After
but-
season 3, I shut up. I'm like, they got more than enough publicity.
yeah. Well, here's the thing. I started to realize you started to smell really bad, and then I was like, dude, you need to lay off talking about Rick and
And
Morty.
then he started talking about IQ and
Yeah.
intellectualism and
Yeah.
space and metaphors for the human soul.
Oh yeah, yeah. It got you very phony, you know. You got a little pretentious, and you really could have showered a little more back in those
But
days.
Jamie, Rick's obsession with science and space is simply just an allegory for the torment of the human mind.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's deep shit.
I know.
Super.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. Honestly, very well made show though, I will say.
Oh yeah, no, I still think it's great, and I'm looking forward to whatever they're doing next, and because I think they have a new season coming out this summer, maybe.
Yeah, I think they're like kind of renewed for a lot of.
Yeah, they're renewed for like 8 seasons now, which kind of concerns me.
Yeah,
Because why? Who wants something that
far in
so
advance.
so mainlined, so on production, ready to go? It's like that's like opening up a factory and being like, we're open for business, and this is what we output now.
The Rick and
we
Morty
make Rick
factory.
and Morty episodes, and we're gonna do it for the next 20 years.
That's the most like soulless way you could describe like making a TV show. The Rick and Morty factory, pumping out episodes.
I mean, a little like here's the thing: is if they completely lose interest in 3 seasons,
Yeah.
they're still on contract for 8 seasons.
Oh, and they like have to do it at that point.
There might be like there's things like termination clauses, and
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is if they really don't want to fucking do it, it's probably not going to happen. But it might happen in some other degree,
Yeah.
or they're going to walk away with a lot of money from taking it all from them
Yeah.
for them terminating the contract.
Yeah. Yeah. That's-
Point being, I don't know, but then you can't really blame people for wanting to make money off their great ideas and their property.
Yeah.
I get it.
Man's got to eat.
Yeah, I respect that too. You know, and you're in Hollywood, and you got some like weird, creepy fetishes you have because you're like some gross
And yeah, and no one's gonna accept that unless you have tons of money.
Exactly. Yeah, you need to be like somewhat invincible.
Yeah.
Like if you have to, people need to know that you have the money to send at least 3 different assassins to go kill them.
Yeah,
If you piss them off.
exactly. So then they put up with it because it makes total sense.
I don't want to die.
No. I don't want to piss off Dan Harmon.
Yo, this guy's got like 2 yachts. I'm not fucking with this guy.
Yeah, Dan Harmon's gonna send
That's
an assassin.
that's what it's
after me.
all about, Jamie. It's all about getting money to get as much enterprise as possible to intimidate your fellow man as much as possible.
Oh yeah, yeah. You couldn't have said it better myself. That's
Who are you more intimidated by? Someone who owns a single Ferrari or somebody who owns like 4? And by the 4th one, they didn't even bother looking at it. They just sent their cousin to go buy it for them because they were bored.
yeah, that's scary actually.
That's pretty fucked.
Yeah, I can't even handle that.
And then his cousin rolled it into his driveway and he went, "Oh, cool, another one. Go park it."
I am certain that person is a reptilian.
A weird lizard person.
They're a lizard person. We're a conspiracy podcast now. The lizard people.
It's about damn time.
It's about time we exposed the truth on here.
I'm sick of all these goddamn lizard people.
They're everywhere buying 4 Ferraris.
I thought you were about to say like they're buying groceries. And
Oh, they are.
They're paying for parking, and
They're
they might even own a house or 2.
They're humans just like us,
You can't trust
but they're not. Okay. Something funny. I really love the whole like Mark Zuckerberg is a robot meme. Or like,
it's brilliant.
Or like an alien. I love those because like I came across every now and then like some pages. Like yes, I use Facebook sometimes. Shut up. Yeah, I'm a boomer. But I
K-boomer.
Okay, but sometimes I check Facebook because I've had it for so long. I don't really post on it or anything, but sometimes I'll check it. But anyway, there's like pages on Facebook that I've seen them share really old pictures that the official Mark Zuckerberg account has shared before. There was one he posted, and it was a really gross-looking pie he posted in like 2006 or something. And like all these meme pages just started sharing that picture for no reason. And like all the comments just, I lost my shit. They're like, yes, human food. He's like, I eat this just like a human does.
You know, I feel bad for him a little bit because he's so unphotogenic. It's actually hard to believe. I wouldn't call.
He's a weird-looking guy.
Man, Jamie, you and I, we're both definitely kind of rough, uncut diamonds once we get behind the phone, right? But
yeah, we take a lot of pictures to get one. Yeah,
is like a weird, moldy limestone wall.
Yeah.
Whenever anybody takes a picture of him.
Whoa. Roasted. Damn.
I just mean like it's like it's like he's like a deer in headlights with every photo. His eyes are just like wide open, and
like
his lips
eyes
are pursed away. I don't know what he's doing.
He does look like an alien. It's I don't know. But.
And he's just asking for it. Like remember that one photo of him like surfing Hawaii or something?
Oh yeah, and he had the weird white face.
He's just so I just don't get it. I said I kind of feel bad. He just needs one good photo taken of him, and he might be able to get redeemed.
Yeah. And it has to be photoshopped.
Little flowers and a bright sun in the back.
I don't know. Again, that's just his human form. That's what we're seeing.
Oh, right, because he probably okay. No, I mean, no. When people get a hold of his photo and do something to it,
Right.
they don't even have to change that much because he just looks that alien.
Yeah, I know.
They just give him like little green slit eyes, but like, oh, the skin tone's good, like the expression, hair,
Yeah.
general disposure.
Yeah.
It all ticks. Let's just give him weird eyes and call it a day.
Yeah. I don't know. He probably just eats grasshoppers before bed or something.
Yeah, I shouldn't know this much about Zuckerberg, okay? But I'll admit, I watched a video of him talking about, because I think he's into smoking meat or something.
Okay. Yeah.
So he made like some. And
Here is my human hobby.
I know, it's like another thing that was very memed.
Yeah.
He was talking about how much he enjoys, like, like smoking meat.
Yeah.
But it just seemed so, once
Scripted
again,
almost.
or just devoid of any passion. Like
Yeah.
he's talking about like putting peanut butter on bread.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I've heard
I
him talk.
really enjoy smoking meat. It's delicious. I do it with my family.
Yeah. He literally seems that robotic when he talks. Like, it's everything he says sounds scripted.
In fact, my friends and I just the last night had a fire and we cooked some smoked meat and it was very good.
And we laughed and talked like humans do.
you have to get in that slight expression that implies he's, kind of human.
Yeah. I know. It's so funny because, like, it actually, anytime I've heard him talk, it genuinely seems like he's like, it's scripted.
So I think we've been bashing Zuckerberg for like a solid 4 minutes.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
How much longer can we tick this bad boy away?
You know what? I bet he snorts pixie sticks too.
Jamie,
What?
I have a very profound question for you.
What's that?
That cut was so stark, it might have even been an edit.
Yeah.
I might have just cut out like whole content. Who knows?
Whoa.
I know.
What'd you just
and
cut
it's
out?
still here, and we're doing it right now, but it's already gone.
Oh my god. So, okay, yeah, please tell me you just edited out the rant I
Yes.
went on about, okay.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
good. We don't want to talk about
No.
the candy shop thing. You went a little too far on that
Yeah,
one.
I did a little bit, yeah. Okay.
What does it mean to be an interesting person?
Ooh.
Might shart yourself a little bit thinking about that.
That's a good one. To me, I'd say Mark Zuckerberg is an interesting person.
We just talked about it for 4 minutes.
Just to
be fair.
Just to bring it right back. I think Mark Zuckerberg.
Anyway, Mark Zuckerberg, reptilian lizard. Am I right, guys?
I just think it's interesting how everything he says almost sounds like it's scripted.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. For real though. Oh, yeah. That's a good question, Austin.
I was thinking about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah. I would say to be an
Is
interesting.
that a shower thought? I'd say it is.
I guess honestly, I would say most people are interesting if they. I think people who are expressive by default are usually interesting. I'd say if someone's like doesn't share much and they're quiet, then I guess that can be interesting too, like the mysteriousness, But I would say most people have a very interesting perspective. Although maybe not. There's some boring people who just seem like a cutout of other people.
I like that you're kind of going through you're basically externally
I just went full circle.
Basically, this is Jamie just externally processing his ideas.
Yeah, I feel like I just went full circle. Like, I think everyone's interesting. Actually, I don't.
That's actually wrong.
That's wrong.
Wow, I just thought of like a dozen examples while I was saying that.
I just thought of some really boring people I know, actually.
Do what I think, Jamie?
Yeah.
What do you think of this? Experience.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like someone who has seen a lot, done a lot of things, done a lot of really unique things.
Yeah.
Traveling, going around the world.
Yeah.
Doing,
any experience that's different than what I've experienced, I would say, makes them interesting.
What about fundamentally interesting? Okay, this is what intrigues me. Is there's sometimes people out there that I talk to, and just all their mannerisms and everything kind of hits me in a way that I just think they're interesting.
Yeah.
I don't even think they do anything. They could just be a dishwasher at like, I don't know, Patty Flaherty's.
Yeah.
But there's something about them,
Yeah. I get that.
They just get you a little bit. I don't know what it is.
I get that. Yeah. And it is very weird, like, when you meet someone who's so, like, unique, like there's definitely many cases where there's just there's some wacky people, it's very
not to say these are not always good people, or
sometimes interesting is a bad thing too.
Interesting means that you're just you're a character.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say. Yeah. It's hard to really quantify that, I've never really thought about it. That's a tough one, Austin.
It really is a tough one.
Yeah.
I just thought about it,
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, I guess honestly just anything that's different than myself, I view as interesting. You know, something if it's new to me. So if someone has experiences that are different than mine, so by default, I would say a lot of people are interesting in some regard. Even if.
So you're saying, okay, so if you found someone you consider to be an interesting person, are you saying that if you learned enough about them, their whole allure or persona would be gone?
Ooh, I didn't say that, but yes, maybe. That's a good point. Yeah, well, okay. Actually, do you know what's interesting? There's like it's kind of a cynical quote, but I've heard it said many times. But people are like, "Don't meet your heroes," because it's like if you kind of have like a persona of someone in your mind, and basically it's kind of a cynical way of looking, but it's like if you were to meet them, like, and you realize they're not as like interesting as you thought, then it kind of ruins the illusion or the allure.
I don't know if that's necessarily based on interesting or interest. I think that's more about the fact that you put them on a pedestal of
yeah, that's what I mean.
being good
Right.
or just when they're probably just acting.
Yeah.
And then they go home and they have problems like everyone else, and maybe they don't deal with them that well. Maybe when like you like this famous celebrity, but his wife didn't clean the dishes right.
Yeah.
And he just fucking tweaks out because he's
Yeah.
just like a freak when he gets home from after he's finished acting, being Gandhi on a TV show or something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and that's just like the real Gandhi, actually.
Well, I mean, if you didn't know, he actually drops atomic bombs all over the world.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Gandhi?
Do you not know this?
Wait, what?
Oh, the Civilization games. You know Sid Meier's Civilization?
Yeah.
There's so in one of the earliest games, I think it was either Civ 1 or 2, there was a glitch in the game that Gandhi had like some disposition where he'd always just nuke everyone.
What?
He'd always just drop nukes in all the civilizations. So in the later games, it
Yeah.
became a feature.
Okay.
So
Wow.
even in all the latest Civilization games, like if you're playing against Gandhi, he'll just start nuking you in the late game.
That is wild. Wow. I didn't
Sorry,
know I didn't know there was a correlation there.
I was kind of wondering if you got it when you looked a little confused. But yeah, you got to watch out, man. Gandhi might he seems like a cool dude, but he might just start dropping nukes.
You may think he's all about peace until you realize.
Man, what a nice guy. And then you go home and you look up and there's nuclear missiles.
Yeah. Well, that Gandhi. Yeah.
Got me on the sly.
Yeah.
Not cool, man.
That's not cool, Gandhi. He's supposed to be about peace. Come on.
So another thing, a personal life thing. We might as well talk about it because I think it's a point of interest right now.
Yeah.
The real estate market.
Oh.
I've been looking at some houses because I've been thinking of buying a place in town.
Yeah.
And I looked at a couple.
Yeah.
Made a few offers, here and there.
Yeah.
Nothing quite fit for the price I wanted.
Right. Yeah,
So,
I know
now
it's a weird.
I'm still in the early phases, but
Yeah.
sorry, actually, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Well, I was just like, I know it's a really weird market. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of times people are like kind of bidding on them, and typically they're selling for a lot more than listed price. Like I've heard that's happening a lot right now.
only in mid to upper end homes.
And this is
So-
Ontario, in case you happen to be from like Vietnam or something. Listening to this.
True. So
This is Ontario in
this is
Canada?
Ontario. So my real estate agent. Well, the big conundrum happening is people from Toronto are starting to leave Toronto because their work is becoming remote.
Yeah.
And it's starting to become a thing that COVID has been so long running that a lot of companies have fully integrated being remote and actually are starting to say this is going to be a permanent long-term thing.
Oh yeah.
So why would you not sell your house in Toronto? Let's say you have a decent home, you make decent money. Let's say you make $250K a year in Toronto.
Yeah.
Which is still a lot, but it's not a lot
For
in
Toronto, yeah, because everything's
So
super expensive.
You sell your house for $1.7 million.
Yeah.
You move to Sarnia. You see a house for, let's say, $500,000. That's as nice or nicer than the house you just moved out of.
It would be way nicer because, the things are so overpriced in Toronto.
I know.
Yeah.
And you hear that there's 3
lot
offerings on the
nicer.
house, and you say, fuck all those offerings. I want this house. So do you know what you do?
And you already...
You slap an extra, like $100,000
Yeah.
on the price and call it a day because you don't care.
Yep. That's literally what's
You have
happening.
so much money, it doesn't matter.
Yep. That's what's happening. Yeah.
My real estate agent, I was talking to him, and he said a week or two ago, he was selling a house. I think it was around 600,000, and it ended up going for about 740.
Holy.
And the
140,000 more than the asking.
And the guy who bought it beat everybody else by about 70 to 80 grand.
That's crazy.
He was so far ahead. He was like, it was a joke. But the thing is, the guy wasn't interested in saving money. He was interested in having a house, and he wanted that house. So he didn't care what it cost. He said, "Just fucking what number is going to guarantee me the house? Just give me that, and let's do it."
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That seems to be what's happening. So yeah, it's definitely a weird market to get into, but it's one of those things too. Is like there's no real end in sight either, because the COVID stuff is just it's being prolonged. It's still happening. So it's like, even though that's happening now, it's hard. I still think a lot of people are kind of panicking and getting in on the market because they're like, it's probably only going to get worse. I think people are in a very cynical place right now.
Oh, it's going to get worse because the money's not coming from here.
Yeah.
It's not Sarnia people getting these crazy bids.
Yeah.
This is people from outside of town that are bringing in wealth they already had and accumulated in bigger cities.
Yep.
And bringing it to our smaller towns.
And it's interesting because, I actually never. It's interesting you brought that up because I never even thought about that. The fact that because they're able to work remotely now, they're like, why live in Toronto? I never even thought about that. But
makes no sense.
But it makes total sense that it's happening. Yeah. Like,
I even noticed it because when I've been going back and forth from Toronto, even when the lockdown was easing up, the traffic is not as bad as it used to be. It's probably about, in fact, even when it was eased up a couple months ago, it was probably 70% of what it used to be.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think it's only, and as you said, it's only going to get worse. Toronto is going to start spreading out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a wild ride. And to an extent, I almost don't like it.
Well, yeah.
Because I prefer Toronto being a bubble.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a huge bubble where literally, I think we get 300,000 immigrants a year in Canada.
Yeah.
And over 150,000 go to Toronto by default.
So it's growing rapidly.
Oh, it's growing all the time.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to, what are you going to do? Go to Edmonton?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm coming from India. Let's go to the sprawling metropolis of Regina.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
let's go to Seaforth.
let's go into the depths of Saskatchewan.
Oh yeah.
Like you're gonna go to Toronto
where there's stuff going on. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, or you can find any job in any field.
And I think we actually did talk about this briefly, but yeah, Toronto's like actually the city itself is like expanding. Like they're constantly kind of building on the outskirts. It's like land mass. It's like getting bigger.
The condos are starting to disperse farther and farther from downtown Toronto.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's kind of sad. Actually, the theater I work at, they're currently building 3 condos around it.
Right.
3.
That's crazy.
3 like metropolis, like 40-story condos.
Yeah. Wow.
It's crazy. And as I said, it's a bummer because I mean, okay, it's different. Okay, I get it's different, but I'm kind of sad that my kids are never, like when
won't see it the same way.
Yeah, because where I was in Toronto was still, it's starting to get affected a little bit now. It's starting to get there. But when I first moved to Toronto 7 years ago, there was I lived in Bloor West Village, which is a lot of people know it's like west of downtown Toronto by Runnymede Station.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's nice there.
It's a nice area.
I like that.
And when I was there was almost no condos.
Yeah.
Suburbia, like low sprawling stores, all local businesses. Which is, and I said to me, that is the Toronto experience. Yeah. It's like just finding like a cool area. Like there's so many, like Little Italy, Little India. I said Bloor West Village. Yeah. I could think of more. Okay.
Yeah. China.
I just can't right now.
There's a Chinatown in Toronto?
Yeah, there's a Chinatown.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like
And
little
then the
communities,
Annex, the Trinity, there's so many cool places to go in Toronto.
Yeah,
And they're all like their own little places with their own little vibes and themes.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I'm worried that's going to disappear if we have too many condos, because the people that move in with these condos in bulk, in large quantity, just don't really get the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It could just be that we were the freaking. Once again, it's always a thing where you never know what's going to get turned on your head, and you're going to be the old guy that's stuck in his ways. Yeah. Because maybe when we're older, people will think condos are really efficient.
Well,
and they're better for
I-
humanity, sort of thing, right?
I think they are theoretically. I guess if you're going to have a population dense area, it makes sense to kind of stack the living situations.
Yeah, to be efficient. So maybe they'll look at
it
us and
makes-
go, the gall to need your own home. Like,
Yeah.
shut up, old man. I'm like, back in my day, we had our own houses.
We had our own houses. Yeah.
Shut up, Grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I mowed my own lawn.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a ride-on.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So actually, that's an interesting point that reminded me of something else. I saw a post recently somewhere online, and it was kind of dumb because it was like the American lawn is the biggest like mass brainwashing ever, and it was like the need to like
The American lawn?
Yeah, they're like the need to cultivate it and blah blah blah, and I'm like, lawns are not strictly American. Like I was like, that's such a dumb post. I'm like, there's grass everywhere. Like, but like,
I mean, grass is a weed. It's designed to be
there.
resilient, exist, and spread.
Yeah, so it's like I literally saw a post that was basically implying like it's all man-made, and I'm like, well, I don't know. The grass is literally everywhere. That's not a strictly American thing, but like they should be growing vegetables there instead, like on their front. Like I don't know. It was just so dumb.
I mean, it's kind of a lot more work to grow a garden, Karen.
Yeah,
God.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, sorry, like mowing a lawn takes 20 minutes. I don't want to freaking go out there.
Society's telling you have to mow your lawn.
Well, there's no winning now.
Yeah, but yeah. On that topic though, we should talk about boomer comics.
Oh, because you want to get into the whole Facebook and
Yeah.
the boomers on there. And
We should.
hey, you're talking about the American lawn. Can you think of a comic equivalent for that, Jamie?
Oh, about that to me seemed it had that vibe of just a weird thing to say that was pretty out of pocket.
No, I think it'd be the opposite. Like a boomer would make a comic about how dumb she is.
Yeah.
And it'd be like some like guy who's like super, with like a bit of a beer belly mowing his lawn like a Chad.
Yeah. Okay, well, I associate like a lot of newspaper comics to be like that, like old person humor, and like it's funny when you see those posts that are like overly dramatically talking about like technology.
Yeah. By the way, Jamie, they can put them on Facebook because they scan them.
Yeah.
They take their their like comic newspaper things, then they just scan it and put it on Facebook.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's how they do it.
But like, okay, but the whole like anti-technology ones, those always make me laugh the hardest because like I literally saw like a post. It was like iPhones that looked like face huggers from Alien versus Predator, and they were all on everyone's face, and it's supposed to be like, that's so deep. Everyone is so attached to their...
you know what? I did see those.
Yeah, it was like everyone's so attached to their phones, and it just had like face huggers. I'm like, this is like the most dramatic thing I've ever seen. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not that big of a deal if people are relying on their phone. Like, great observation. I don't know. It's just like, yeah. It just seems so dramatic. I don't know.
Back in my day.
Yeah. And like another thing that's funny is I've seen ones where it's like basically it's almost like they're implying that the younger generation can't use the non-technical stuff. Like I saw one where it was like a kid, and he's holding a book. He's like, "How do I plug this in?" And it's like, ha ha ha. A kid like thinks you have to plug in a book. Like it's like, that's just dumb. I don't know. Yeah.
Now, actually, well, there is a kernel of truth to it, not necessarily in that at that part, but a great example would be one concern is people want to retain. Well, they want children in the future generations to retain the ability to write with their hands.
Okay. Yeah.
And that is actually something. Like, for example, how many times in the last year have you written on a piece of paper?
Not often.
Like what? I would actually say I could probably count on my hands.
Well,
how many times I've written on a piece of paper in the last year?
I think I know recently I went to like a doctor appointment and I had to like fill out some paperwork. But probably the first time in a long time that I ever wrote something out.
So for kids, when do you think that naturally occurs for kids?
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
Especially with Zoom and like handling everything digitally, why would they ever write?
Well, exactly, and I would say
some things are getting lost.
Oh, they are absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not getting lost, but I guess the thing about that particular comic that I thought was dumb is just because like an older person, it's harder for them to get used to using new technology. It doesn't necessarily go backwards in some regards. Like kids still know how to read, obviously, because they're reading stuff on a screen anyway. They're not going to forget how to use a book, for example. But yeah, I see what you're saying. actually, and again, another thing that COVID I think is going to kind of permanently change is a lot of school is now there's a lot more online schooling going on.
It was
and
already starting to happen when we were in high school.
yeah, I knew kids exclusively were going.
Yeah, it was
doing
already coming
already.
along and becoming accessible, but you're right. COVID probably took it to the next level. To the point, Jamie, I'm convinced. Actually, do you have a thought?
Yeah. Well,
Okay, you go first, and then I'll chime in afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I was even just gonna say I actually did like an online course when I was in high school. Like that's what I mean. Like it was already an option for some things, so it was like. That's what I mean. But now it's like, I think with COVID and like schools get shut down and stuff, I feel like they're not handwriting anything when they're handing stuff in on that.
Oh, never.
Right? So yeah, I can see that being a lost art. And also penmanship, cursive writing. That's again one of those things.
We learned that in grade 1. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, we actually learned that, but I don't think a lot of kids learn that in school now, do they? I don't think so.
I would be surprised if they did.
There's hardly a use for it except for signatures. Really.
I'm just happy if they can write at this point.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think you're kind of. I think that's. I don't know. I still think kids are being taught to write, but I will say, we'll see how the future goes because with COVID and the way things are changing. I feel like that is something that might be lost if things start going way more online. But
do you know what I thought too?
Yeah.
Is Mike? So view it. Okay, I think of it this way now. So let's say in the future, if you have a kid or something, and your kid goes to your teacher and says, "I have anxiety, I have depression, or I have this problem, etc."
Yeah.
I think my concern, and I could be a little close-minded for this. I'm willing to admit that.
Yeah.
My concern is they would say, "Oh, then you should do online lessons."
Right.
Oh, you shouldn't come to the classroom. You should be at home where you feel safe.
Yeah.
Or, like create these very over-intensive coddling environments.
Yeah, rather than kind of implying you should just work on that and try and push through it and get over it, kind of.
Yeah, or even, I mean, there could even be a case of, okay, let's say it's really bad. Let's say, okay, let's do 4 days a week, and then maybe like the Wednesday, like in the middle of the week, you do online and just stay home.
Yeah.
Or or something in the middle. But my concern is people will take it to the umpteenth degree.
Yeah.
Where they say, oh, you have anxiety, go home.
Yeah. And again, I agree with what you're saying. However, I will say, there definitely are severe situations. There are definitely very severe cases of anxiety and stuff. And obviously, in some cases it is severe, and I can see trying to work with extreme cases like that. But I do think there are a lot of cases that aren't as severe that could theoretically be worked on in different ways, and but I'm not underplaying the fact that is a real thing. That there are situations where it would make sense to really cater to it, but
yeah, I'm very much in the mindset of I always look for practical solutions or an end goal. So if someone says, okay, so even if a teacher came to me and said, okay, your kid has anxiety or something like that,
yeah,
I would say, okay, like what's the plan? Like, is there an end goal for this? Like in 3 months, where are we going to be?
Yeah.
Or is there a route for this? Did something happen? Is this completely arbitrary? Like, it's for me, I need...
Yeah,
like some sort of like
sometimes there's
means
a cause,
to an end.
Yeah.
Compared to your kid indefinitely has anxiety. Who knows what's going to end?
We'll never get better. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just like keep doing this thing and just see what happens. You know, like to me that is a very it's too vague.
Yeah.
Well,
and one thing I would say anecdotally, like when I definitely went through a phase of my life as a teenager where I was like pretty depressed. Like I would say I never got like what's the word? When a doctor assesses you, what's that called?
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean, like clinical depression?
Yeah, like I never got diagnosed. That's the word I'm looking for. I've never but as a teenager, I know I had depression. Like I definitely was a super depressed kid for a period of my life, but I never really went and did anything about it. I never got diagnosed, blah, blah, blah. I know what it was, though. It was definitely a very severe... I used to be pretty down on myself and had a very negative outlook. But my point is, I did actually just start working on it like myself, and like I'm not saying like I'm not like anti-medication or anything either, but I never took anything, and I'm not recommending everyone has to go about things the same way. If it works for you, that's good. But I am just saying I do feel like there was like almost a perspective shift in my life that helped me the most. I think just kind of starting to realize like I'm in a lot more control of my life than I think, and I really should just do things that make me feel good, like be healthier, you know what I mean? So I feel like in a lot of cases, people kind of get trapped with a diagnosis that they're like, well, this is it, and this is a part. And I don't know. I'm not saying I'm anti like medication. If it works for you, that's great, and obviously do it. But I do think there are other ways you can also help yourself too.
Yeah.
Like doing the same thing all the time and wallowing in it doesn't help either. So it's like trying to and I know it's hard for people, and I know it's a touchy issue. I'm just saying personally, I do know I kind of am happy I was able to crawl out of a pretty negative
through your own means.
Yeah, and everyone's different. I'm not saying everything works for everyone. Everyone has their own recipe to get out of that sort of thing. But
well, as we're coming close to the end here, Jamie.
Yeah.
My thoughts on that in my own experience is don't change everything tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people do it. I've done it where they have this grandiose declaration of, okay, I'm sad and depressed, but tomorrow everything turns around.
Yeah.
Today I did absolutely nothing and I've done nothing for 3 months, but tomorrow I'm going to work for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Like this whole very dramatic change.
Yeah.
Compared to let's just do some of the little things.
Yeah, small gradual steps to kind of get yourself out of that. Yeah.
Let's be practical here. Like, okay, I've done like fuck all for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Let's let our brain take it easy and kind of start getting there.
Start by doing like one thing is going to help you out. Like whatever that is. Yeah, and even like we have even talked about this when it comes to like even exercising. I know like if someone's like, I'm going to work out every single day, and they just instantly start going hard, but it's like for most people they're just going to burn out if they do that. It's like, again, just starting with something is better than going all in and burning out.
Yeah. Find what works for you. Find what's sustainable for you.
Yeah.
Jamie, we're out of time. In fact, we went a little bit over.
All right.
But we had to get real.
This is the real Neighbours after all.
So Jamie, do you have anything else to say? Something involving maybe like some sort of callback or
I'll take you to the candy shop. All right, that's
Thanks,
it.
guys.
All right, thanks for listening.
Have a good night, folks.
All right, bye.